Okay, I'm here. I'm going to show you how I create vinyl and tiles through with the Silhouette Studio software. I do use the Designer Edition, so that's just what I use. I think the Designer Edition, I think I got mine for like $28 on eBay, and it was a direct link. As soon as I bought it, within a few hours, the person had sent me the code, and then I just when you open up your Silhouette Studio, if you click up here at the help, upgrade Silhouette, type in your login for your Silhouette design, the same login that you use for the Silhouette store, and then you just put in your 16-digit license ID that the person had sent you if you bought it on eBay. If you buy it from somewhere else, it's a card that you get and the code is on it. Okay, so I have my Silhouette pulled up, my Silhouette software open. It's 12 by 12. That's what the Silhouette cuts with the mat. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is I'm going to go to my Internet Explorer and I'm going to show you how to import a SVG and trace it from Silhouette or from Google. This is not my design. I did not buy this design. It's just strictly for the purpose of the demonstration of this video. So you find the design you want. I go by, if you see these little numbers here, I go by those numbers. I try to find as high numbers as I can. You can do lower numbers, but I just try to find the highest because that's going to be the best resolution for the image. Click the image, and then you're going to click View Image. Okay? So I got the image pulled up. I'm going to minimize this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on my screen and I'm going to create a new folder. This is just going to be easy for me to find the image. You can save it in your images, you can save it in your documents or however you want to do it. This is how I'm going to do it here. So you click Save Picture As and then go to Desktop and then the new file that I just did. We're going to open that and then we'll label it home. Let's see here. Home sweet home. There we go. And save. Okay, so we're done with Explorer, so we can close out the Explorer. Now we're going to reopen or open back up the Silhouette software. And now what we're going to do is open the file. And then what you would do is you would find where your file is. If you saved it in your image or pictures, you'd go to your pictures. But desktop, and then there's my file that I created. Double click it. Okay. So here's my image from Google. So now what we need to do is we need to create it as a silhouette design that is cuttable with the silhouette. This is not, it's just a picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to click up here to the right, this little yellow, and it looks like a blue butterfly inside of it. I don't believe it's a butterfly, it just looks like one. You click that, and it could be a butterfly. So select tracing area, and then you're going to get a little crisscross here. You want to make sure you get your whole image inside of this box. What you're going to do is you're going to click, drag it all over your image, and it's going to turn yellow. Okay, you can see in here black spots. We don't want those black spots because if I trace this right now, those black spots, it's going to trace out. It's going to trace those out, and we don't want that straight out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my high pass filter off, uncheck it. Okay, there's our design. So now what we're going to do is we want to click the trace right here. If you click trace outline, it's going to do is trace the outline. I'll show you. Trace. See the red? That's all it did was traced it. So we'll hit the back button. Hit the back button again. Okay, gotta uncheck that high pass again. Okay, and then we want to click trace. See, now it traced our whole design. So now you click this image and hit delete. And then here's your image. Okay, so now we have our image. Now we want to size it, resize it for our tile. Our tile is going to be, it's roughly 11 and 3/4, I believe. It's classified as a 12 by 12 tile at Lowe's and Home Depot, but I think they're not exactly 12 by 12. Some are, some aren't. So what we're going to do is we click this little button here. It's got a square and then two arrows on either corner. Okay, and that's where we're going to size it. You can click over here and you could drag this if you want, but I want a precise size. Okay, so and if you leave these, if you keep the aspect locked, no matter what you change this to, then it will keep the ratio the same with these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock that and I'm going to make it 11.5, hit tab 11.5, just like that. So now we have our image the size we want it. Okay, now here's something else that I do. Okay, these squares here that are on the mat, okay, this is the middle one because see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 squares because it's 12 by 12. So this is our center mark right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this line right here, see this square? These squares, that's your middle. Those are your middle. So what I do is I line it up. I line that white square right up on the 6 because that's center. Okay? So it's perfect here. See, that's in the center. That's in the center of that black line. Okay? So now what we have to do is come down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our horizontal center. So now we need to raise this up a little bit to get these squares right in the center of that. See, there's a square, square, and then that's our center line, square, square, and then here's our center line. So this right here is our dead center. So now what I do is I go over here and I create little squares. They don't have to be perfect, just any kind of square. You could do a circle, anything. So there's a square, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that 4 times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that and I'm going to center it right on that line. You can put it anywhere in the dead space that you're going to be weeding out. The weeding part is the part that you don't want stuck. Like this home, that's going to be part of the decal, suite, and home will be. And then this border. You could take that border off if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. If you do want to remove the border, all you have to do is select your design, right click, release compound, and then you can delete it. You can completely delete that out. But I want the border on there because I think it just adds a little bit to it. So there it is. So we got that mark, we got that dead center. Now we're going to put this one on our horizontal center line. And if you need to, you can click the image. Well, we'll have to regroup it since I ungrouped it too. So we want to group the image. Okay, so this is our center line. So what we want to do is move this out of here. There we go. Now we group it because I want to be able to. Okay, so now we put this on our center line, horizontal center line, and put this one on the other horizontal center line. Okay, those will cut out with it, and I'll show you in the next video. This is part 1 of 2 parts, and I'll show you in the next video what those are for. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and select my settings. I always use regular vinyl settings right here, just regular vinyl, and also I just leave it regular and I send it to the silhouette that way. Put my blade on 2 and it should be good. The vinyl I use is Oracle 651 and it's matte black is what I use. So I'm going to come back in the second part of the video and show you after I get this cut out and weeded, and then I'll